Now we see the car, with the royals now arriving in the court. Thank you.
First, the king and queen, and then the crown prince and princess with their daughter, Henry Alexander.
They will be met by the chair of the Nobel Committee, Jürgen Voteno Friednes, and the director of Christian Venkartika.
Thank you, thank you.
Very good morning, very good afternoon, family. Live from the Nobel Peace Prize Gala, María Corina Machado. Right now happening in Oslo, and we're connecting as well. The more we spread the word, the better.
City Hall, together with the...
The more we can spread the word about this event, the better. Welcome to Military Strategies. Greetings to all our friends who are also making shows. I recommend you watch all of them. All, and pay attention because the ceremony is about to begin.
The band is playing quickly.
The royal family is entering right now, along with María Corina's daughter.
Deputy chair is coming through the door. Walking so far, they are followed by committee members and the aide, and kissed in class behind them.
Green washers.
Later, we'll talk about the issue of María Corina. Why hasn't she gone? What has happened? We'll talk about this later.
The family has entered together with the committee chair and director.
What a moment, huh? For the people of Venezuela, this has to be amazing. To see the whole gala. Or, right now, everyone must be amazed by this. Incredible. María Corina Machado, what a story to get out of Venezuela. I have my theory, this. This morning, I found out that I wasn't going to make it to the gala on time, and that she also won't make it on time today. I'm not even sure if I'm going to go anymore, but I have my theory about what happened, about what went on. We'll discuss this later in Military Strategies.
The Royal Norwegian Navy Band plays a parade march, and the royal procession makes its entrance into the Great Hall.
His Majesty King Harold walks first, together with the chair of the Nobel Committee, Jürgen Vatner Friedman. In line with tradition, Her Majesty Queen Sonja follows behind.
We are once again seeing members of the Norwegian royal family.
Thank you very much, King Carol.
Who is entering right now?
We see His Royal Highness Crown Prince Jørgen together with...
The royal family entering right now. Behind them...
Another, the King of Oslo, Anna Lindeblom, along with his queen.
It's a very important moment for the whole Venezuela cause.
But not only for Venezuela.
Subscribe to the channel.
It's an important moment for all of us who want democracy and freedom in the world, for those of us who are against authoritarian and dictatorial regimes. By the way, we have a license to broadcast. We've managed to get the permissions. That's why we can watch it in full here on Military Strategies. If you just joined, subscribe and like the channel. It's important.
Today's ceremony will begin with music and the artist Danny Ocean, who is from Venezuela.
Danny Ocean is going to perform. He's from Venezuela. I like Danny Ocean, huh?
His music first became known on the YouTube video platform.
Let's see if he's going to play reggaeton for us now.
Alma Llanera and Venezuela.
Alma Llanera in Venezuela. Danny Ocean.
Yes.
come back.
Come back.
How beautiful, truly. What a song.
Here, Danny Ocean Live. First, Premium 9 de La Paz is exciting, huh? It's an exciting time for all Venezuelans. Who could have told us we'd be here watching? María Corina Machado, Venezuela, awarded the Nobel Peace Prize.
She looks at her daughter, moved. Jürgen Fontane Friedness takes the floor to give his speech to the world.
Her daughter is moved. Wow.
Your Majesties, Your Royal Highnesses, esteemed laureate excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Samantha Sofia Hernandez, a girl of 16 was brutally abducted last month by masked members of the Maduro regime's security forces.
Well, how does this start?
Of her grandparents.
The director of the Nobel Peace Prize talking about Maduro's kidnappings.
In one of the dictatorship's detention centers, she may be with her father, who disappeared without a trace in January. What had they done wrong? Her brother was a soldier but refused to follow the regime's order to commit brutal acts against the population.
My goodness, are they already putting Maduro directly on?
Juan Requesens is ordered to turn slowly towards the camera, the video showing him standing with a dazed look, as if in a fog, wearing underwear stained with filth. He had supposedly confessed to planning a coup, but of course there was no proof. The day before his arrest, Juan had stood before the National Assembly. He gave a speech in which he repeated one key sentence.
Are they talking? Now he is commenting.
And to himself.
Confessions under storm. Torture by Nicolas Maduro's regime.
Alfredo Diaz, an opposition leader and former mayor Alfredo Diaz,
Died just recently.
Last November, he was thrown into the depths of El Coide, Latin America's largest.
Are they talking about the helicoide, Nicolas Maduro's dungeon? You should be ashamed of yourself.
This week came the news of his death, another life gone, another victim of the regime. These stories are not unique. This is Venezuela today.
He says these stories are not unique. This is Venezuela today.
A sister, a student, a politician. Anyone who still believes in stating the truth out loud may disappear violently into a system built specifically to eradicate this belief. Samantha, Juan, and Alfredo were not extremists.
It's tremendous. It's just tremendous.
Dreaming of freedom, democracy, and rights. In a country like Oslo,
Europe opens a ceremony discussing Nicolas Maduro's crimes. Brutal, huh?
children are not spared. More than 200 children were arrested after the elections in 2024. The United Nations documented their experience as follows.
I have the feeling, It's in English, and translating everything at once would be confusing and time-consuming. We'll talk more about this topic tonight in detail, but I'm going to put part of it here, right?
Was so brutal it hurt to breathe.
The regime, Nicolas Maduro's regime, his violence against his people has created a serious problem for himself. It wasn't enough for him to be a dictator, to stay in power, to remain there. No, he had to enslave his people, to mistreat them. Now he's going to get what he deserves. I think this gala is going to be the key for the United States to kick him out of power. Power? They're making a fool out of him, not just in front of everyone. This is a message on a global level.
A 16-year-old.
Isn't the United States supposed to remove Maduro from power?
We're angry.
It's a global responsibility.
And beatings that he could not hug his mother without pain, shooting through his body. For months, he jumped at every sound and barely slept. At night, he would wake with a jolt, convinced the soldiers were back to resume their attacks.
Are you talking about crimes committed by Nicolas Maduro's army?
Innocent people are locked away in dark cells in Venezuela.
People are locked in dark cells in Venezuela. No.
Speeches given today.
Only the screams of prisoners being tortured.
Tortured?
Authoritarian powers try to crush those who stand up for democracy. The United Nations has declared these acts to be crimes against humanity. This is the regime of Nicolas Maduro.
This is the regime of Nicolas Maduro.
Has evolved into a brutal authoritarian state facing a deep...
Venezuela is now an authoritarian country.
Meanwhile, a small elite at the top.
Where only a small elite lives.
Of weapons and legal impunity enriches itself. In the shadow of this crisis, thousands of women and children are forced into prostitution and human trafficking.
Forcing women to work in the sex industry and human trafficking.
They become objects of trade in the hands of criminals who see human desperation as a business opportunity. A quarter of the population has already fled the country, making it one of the world's largest refugee crises. Those who remain live under a regime that systematically silences, harasses, and attacks the opposition. Venezuela is not alone in this darkness. The world is on the wrong track. The authoritarians are gaining. We must ask the inconvenient question, why is it so hard for us to preserve democracy, a form of government that was conceived to protect our freedom and our peace? When democracy loses, the result is more conflict, more violence, more war. In 2024, more elections were held than...
Then, Jesus, I'll explain the meaning of fuga in this case. Why? Because Venezuela is a huge prison.
It's misused.
For any dissident, Venezuela is a torture prison.
Critics are imprisoned.
And if María Corina wanted to leave, has she escaped the torture?
Traditions are drifting towards authoritarianism and militarization. Authoritarian regimes learn from each other. They share technology and propaganda systems.
Careful, now he's really going at it.
Cuba?
To the connections with Cuba.
Iran, China. With China and Hezbollah?
With Hezbollah.
Providing weapons.
Providing them with weapons.
And economic lifelines. They make the regime more brutal and more...
Making this regime much more brutal.
And yet amid this darkness, we find Venezuelans who have refused to give up.
Gaston and Mar are live too. Go say hi to them as well.
Never yield despite...
Since I'm watching it, I prefer to watch it with you guys, instead of being here watching the...
Who keep reminding us of what's about to happen. Many of them are here with us today. Carlos, the poet, Claudia.
There is Edmundo, president of Venezuela.
The university professor, Ana Luisa. The nurse, Cruina. The grandmother, Antonio. The opposition politician, Venezuela's president-elect Edmundo González Urrutia.
You see, Edmundo is very excited. Edmundo is very, very excited. Edmundo is going to stand up, huh? Edmundo is standing up. It's just that this is a very, very sensitive moment for the people of Venezuela.
No.
The Nobel
Thank you so much, family. As you can see, I haven't set any super chat goals.
has done everything.
Huh? I'm watching it live with you guys. You can go wherever you want, okay?
Here today, you already know.
It's more about going to Guaremba to see it. Situation of...
Danger. Although she will not be able to attend this ceremony in today's events. We are profoundly happy to confirm that she is safe and that she will be with us here in Oslo.
Maria Corina is safe. Yes, and Maria Corina will be with us in Oslo. What is not clear is whether it will be in person or if it will be remote. Edmundo is being searched for by everyone, but no one can find him.
At the heart of the battle for democracy shines the simple truth. Democracy is more than a form of government. It is also the basis for lasting.
Thank you so much for your comments and wanting to be here with me. I truly appreciate it.
Do you know this?
Me, really?
Year after year, students,
Can you go to all the channels?
journalists, business groups, and ordinary citizens.
I haven't slept since yesterday, huh? Waves of? I haven't slept since yesterday, and today I have a show at Laje City. I have an appointment to talk about Israel. Then we have Venezuela. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I think we're going to have to rely on Red Bull.
They whisper that people across the political spectrum, from communists to conservatives, have risen to challenge the regime. The opposition has tried one strategy after another. Through it all, they have said we strive not for revenue.
I'll lower the volume when I translate. Thanks for letting me know.
Of the ballot box for democracy and for peace.
I honestly don't know how I managed, Yuri. I think it's the excitement. This is a historic moment. You just can't sleep.
Violence.
After doing it, huh? 13 million views, and I don't know how many millions of hours of content about Venezuela. You're not going to stay and sleep at a moment like this. I just can't sleep. I'm as excited as can in El Solano.
Much of the world stuck to old narratives. Some insisted Venezuela was an ideal egalitarian society. Others wanted only to see a struggle against imperialism. Still, others choose to interpret Venezuelan reality.
Honestly, I'm going to be sincere. This is a criticism, but this is a criticism about decoration.
Of the bravery.
Hey, Luchodi, calm down, because I'm going to mute you. Luchodi, calm down.
All these observers have in common
Is this...
Is he calm now?
moral betrayal of those who actually...
Please don't keep saying there's no moderator in the chat.
If you only
I'm going to criticize the decoration.
share your political views.
That they put up the picture of Maria Corina. I don't know. To me, it seems like it's not enough.
Yet many critics stopped.
I don't know. It just feels like something else, but realize it.
In what country in the world do they dislike them?
A Nobel Peace Prize winner may not be allowed to leave their country. I mean, they're forbidden from leaving to collect the prize. Isn't that crazy, by the way? I just remembered.
I'm remembering. Energy finding. 1 second, let's get rid of a human wreck here have had to make.
See you, Marta. Take care.
their courage and their sacrifice.
I'm remembering the case of Benazir Bhutto, who was assassinated after receiving the Nobel Peace Prize when she returned to Pakistan. Cuidado.
To stand on principle when someone else's freedom is at stake, but no democracy.
That phrase is very beautiful. Norge is very beautiful because for me, you are also part of my family. Yeah. Many of you don't know it, but
Que nosotros los espectadores.
just a couple of days ago, it was a year since my mother passed away, and it's been a really tough year for me.
For you to say that?
For me, it's super important, and it's a huge emotional support for me. It's huge. Good morning. Morning coffee with a taste of freedom. Thanks for spreading the word about the cause, my brother, a Venezuelan from Colombia. You're welcome here.
This is unrealistic. This is unfair, and it shows ignorance of history. Many who have stood at this podium to receive the Nobel Peace Prize, including Lech Walesa and Nelson Mandela, knew well the dilemmas of dialogue in authoritarian systems. Dialogue can lead to improvement, but it can also be a trap. Dialogue is often used to buy time, create division.
Attention, he's now making a criticism that dialogue is just a way for the regime to buy time. There can't be dialogue with an authoritarian regime like Nicolas Maduro's. This is incredible, since this is the Nobel Peace Prize.
And they're saying dialogue.
It's openly that Nicolas Maduro has to be removed. Let the world know already that he has to go, he has to leave.
Without truth, there is no reconciliation. Venezuela's future can't happen.
The world?
Reform.
With his wife?
The present is only one thing. It is horrific. That is why the democratic opposition.
Daniel, thank you so much for the military strategies memberships. You should know that we have nearly 3,000 memberships this month. It's crazy.
Leaders must choose a path that is in fact open to them, not the path of wishful thinking. Support for democratic development is supported.
I don't care. For peace. Alejandro, thank you. I'm telling you. So broadcast whatever you want. This is content. I'm warning you about one thing. I have a license to broadcast this. I don't know how they'll do it on other platforms, but I know they shut down channels. Just saying.
Yes.
Because this organization takes it very seriously and looks at what we've done.
That we make war less likely? Democracies are equipped with safety valves, free media, power-sharing structures, independent.
Freedom of the press.
Civil society groups.
Freedom of social organizations.
Make it possible to change leadership
without violence.
And the ability of leaders peacefully? Are you talking about democracy?
They see them not as a threat to be put down, but as an advantage. In a democracy, a leader who ignores facts can be replaced in the next election. In an authoritarian regime, the leader stays in power and replaces everyone who tells uncomfortable truths. Loyalty takes the place of reality, and dangerous decisions are made in the dark.
The truth is that it has been, let's see, it's a topic. He's talking about the topic of authoritarians and all that. I'm going to comment. Meanwhile.
Things never go to war.
We all thought so, and because they had told us. Also, people who are very, versed in what's going on. First, they said Maria Corina would be there and attend the press conference, but then they said the press conference was cancelled. Then they told us a bunch of other things. I'm not debating this. I haven't said anything lately or commented on whether she would be there. Only what I mentioned yesterday.
At the border.
What happened yesterday with the F-18S to me seems very strange. Long. And I have the feeling, and this is something personal, internal.
Of the region.
It's something internal that yesterday Maria Corina was removed from Venezuela. Important. She was taken out with a special forces operation. That's all for now. We'll discuss it during tonight's show. About whether Maria Corina was able to leave Venezuela or not, but since I still don't have confirmation if she has left or not. I'll keep quiet, I won't say anything, but I have my own way of seeing things.
About whether Corina could leave Venezuela. We must prevent violence.
They're celebrating this meaningless recognition from a European authority. It's awful. Thank you very much for that super chat.
Democracy itself causes unrest and conflict, and demanding freedom is dangerous.
Later tonight, I was thinking, and with a helicopter, is that an option? But I don't think so, I think the option is something else, but tonight we'll see. We'll talk about that topic.
They supercharge the argument with disinformation and propaganda, two of their essential weapons. Is he talking?
Media, communication, and propaganda are their main weapons.
We have a duty to be critical of information sources.
We have to be critical of information sources. Look at what he's saying.
Are identical to those disseminated by one of the world's most manipulative disinformation systems. For in that case, we are not just spreading information. We are spreading the strategic propaganda of a dictator. What are we all to think when we read that it is the Venezuelan opposition that is threatening the country with war? That the democratic movement desires an invasion? When the narrative is turned upside down and when the victims are branded as aggressors? This is a version of reality that the Maduro regime tells the world that it is the guarantor of peace, but peace based on fear.
What is he saying to Nicolas Maduro right now? He says Nicolas Maduro has told the world that he is the guarantee of peace in Venezuela, but he says, what kind of peace is based on fear?
It's not.
Based on tyranny.
Activists, it's those at the top who refuse to give up power. It was not Nelson Mandela who made South Africa violent, but the apartheid regime's crackdown on demands for equality. Opposition groups did not start the imprisonments in Belarus, the executions in Iran, or the persecution in Venezuela. He says the persecutions in Iran,
The persecutions in Venezuela, in Belarus.
calls for change.
These people are everywhere, and they're all friends. Look, who supports Nicolas Maduro? Iran, Russia, Belarus, China, North Korea, but what kind of global support is that? It's a shame.
Is that human dignity? Before we can discuss political disagreements, we must establish some form of democracy.
Look, the name of the Nobel Peace Prize winner is María Corina Machado, but the real name is the people of Venezuela. And besides, she has said so herself.
Disagree?
This prize is the reward and recognition for all the victims of the dictatorship of Nicolas Maduro, of Hugo Chavez,
And
of all the dictators in the world.
democracy is hard work.
And Venezuela could be the key to freeing the world from these people. It could be the beginning. Let's take advantage of this. Let's take advantage of that energy they're creating. That's there.
We're gathering here today
Therefore,
to defend something far more important than either side of a political or ideological divide. We gather to defend democracy itself, the very foundation on which lasting peace rests. When people refuse to surrender democracy, they refuse to surrender peace. One who understands this is María Corina Machado.
Wow, the daughter is so excited she can hardly breathe.
organization devoted to building democracy. Ms. Machado stepped forward to advocate free and fair elections more than 2 decades ago.
Maduro is watching, but he doesn't understand English.
Of ballots over bullets.
Maduro, are they telling you that you're a dictator and a tyrant?
Ms. Machado has spoken out for judicial independence, human rights, and popular representation. She has spent years working for the freedom of the Venezuelan people. The presidential election of 2024 was a key factor in the selection of this year's Peace Prize. Ms. Machado was the opposition presidential candidate and the country's unifying voice of hope.
They are talking about the general situation in Venezuela, about everything that is happening. Do you know what's going on?
But she threw her support behind.
Do you know what's happening?
Do you know what's going on?
We know all this, but some parts of the world don't know any of it. Many people worldwide are unaware of what's happening in Venezuela.
A sensitive government.
Some people don't understand why Donald Trump controls the whole Navy and spent $50 million on the head of Nicolas Maduro, 25 on that of Cabello, and another 25 on Vladimir Padrino, along with Delcy Rodriguez. There are parts of this planet that don't know about the torture in Vienna, the torture in Sudan, the persecution of Christians in Nigeria, about the dictatorship in Nicaragua, the coup d'etat in Honduras. There are people in the world who don't know what's happening, who don't realize the thousands of deaths in Ukraine, about the persecutions by the regime in Iran, about the kidnappings and executions by Hamas. There are people in the world who know what's happening and don't know it because of the media.
The records and secured copies before the regime could destroy them. They defended this documentation with their lives, then made sure the world learned the result of the election. This was grassroots mobilization, unlike that.
Jorge Teblo is already here, who gave you 5 minutes to see if your mental problem was temporary. But Jorge, I can see that your mental problem is not temporary. I mean, can you tell where Venezuela is on the map?
Atmosphere of threat.
But your mental deficiency has no solution.
The efforts of this
Jorge, let's do this for your own good. We're gonna hide you from the channel because you're the same scum as Nicolas Maduro, the same...
received international support.
When its leaders publicized the vote counts that were collected from the country's election districts, showing that the opposition had won by a clear margin. But the regime denied it all. It falsified the election result and clung to power.
Let's see if he's dumb. What can we do? Let's give him a prize. Here, Nobel Peace Prize for you. Go on, take it.
Despite serious threats, she has remained in the country, an inspiration to millions. She will receive the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize.
Morning, Mrs. Diem. How are you?
Promoting democratic rights.
Here is the Nobel Peace Prize winner, Maria Corina's daughter, crying. And it seems like they're giving her the prize, too. Well, she's the one who's going to receive it. How overwhelmed the daughter is, how overwhelmed she is, and these children of Satan saying she's been living with her mother for a month. Are you the worst on this planet?
Peaceful civilian campaign over the years, Miss Machado and her allies.
Come on, Jorge, have you gone to the helicoide? How could you come to a channel? I spend all day with maps looking at Venezuela, and you say I don't know where it is.
When was the system too much?
This one is definitely new, but they had to subscribe to talk, which is good.
In the process made it possible, they've tried dialogue organizations, feeling, mobilization, and extensive election documentation. Ms. Machado has appealed for international attention, support, and pressure, not for an invasion of Venezuela. She has urged people to stand up for their rights using peaceful, democratic means. Peace research shows it clearly.
He is speaking and saying that. Non-violent. Maria Corina has not used violence anywhere.
Political change in a dictatorship? When a population mobilizes and the international community exerts strong pressure and the security forces refrain from using violence against its population. A tipping point may arrive as the leader of the democratic movement in Venezuela, María Corina Machado, is one of the most extraordinary examples of civilian courage in recent Latin American history.
Maria Corina Machado is one of the greatest recent examples of an exemplary career in Latin America in the will for a Nobel.
Will.
First, Venezuelan opposition has united political movements, civil organizations, and ordinary citizens in a pursuit of one goal: the restoration of democracy. Pulling together diverse groups that previously opposed one another is the modern equivalent of what Alfred Nobel called holding peace congresses. Second, Venezuela's democracy movement has opposed the regime's militarization of society. The regime has armed thousands of groups, authorized paramilitary bands to commit abuses, and invited foreign military forces.
Yes, the daughter looks exactly like Maria Corina. She has the same face.
The
Daughter is...
daughter.
She's a drop of water.
By documenting abuses and demanding accountability, the opposition seeks to strengthen civilian democratic authority.
It's amazing what he's telling him in English.
Influence?
Does Maduro not get it? Are they translating for him? It's so frustrating.
Regime-friendly militias of their arms.
Is there such a strong case at the International Court against Nicolas Maduro, who is in power? It's amazing that a Nicolas Maduro is in power. As of today, December 10, 2025, it's the most incredible thing on this planet. Oh. Seriously? It's like a mystery on a stellar level, like how Nicolas Maduro and his regime are still in power.
Democracy is the highest form of fellowship and the surest.
Well, good thing he only has 2 days left. Peace. Will Maduro only have 2 days left?
Therefore, here today in this hall,
I'm tired, so don't expect much from me, family. This live stream, I'm exhausted.
and this annual ceremony, we will say what authoritarian leaders fear most. Your power is not permanent. Your violence will not prevail over people who rise and resist. Mr. Maduro, accept the election results.
Maduro, accept the elections. The result of the elections is speaking directly to Nicolas Maduro. A second fact?
Fear most your power.
We're listening. What did Nicolas Maduro tell you?
Your violence will not prevail over people who rise and resist.
Your violence will not prevail over the resistance of the people.
Accept the election results and step down.
Do you accept the election results? And step aside, Nicolas Maduro. Step aside. This is the last warning, Nicolas. This is the last warning. Pack your bags today. Or the next bag you'll see will be a coffin. Are they telling you? No. Do you have an army in front of you? Nicolas Maduro, think carefully. Good. A hug.
That no torture, no lie, and no fear can extinguish when the history of our time is written. It won't be the names of the authoritarian rulers that stand out, but the names of those who dared to resist. Those who stood tall in the face of danger. Those who kept going when others gave up. Karl von Ossietzky, Andrei Sakharov, Nelson Mandela. In its long history, the Norwegian Nobel Committee has honored brave women and men. Let's see if it's here.
Von Ossietzky.
Andrei Sakharov.
Nelson Mandela.
In its long history, the Norwegian Nobel Committee has honored women and men, paid tribute to brave men and women who
stood up to repression.
Freedom in, who brought hope of freedom to prisons.
In the streets and in public squares.
By these actions.
And they showed through these actions
can change.
That resistance can change the world.
Today we honor María Corina.
We pay tribute.
To
María Corina Machado.
As well to all who wait.
We also remember everyone here who has been detained, tortured, or has disappeared.
Continue to.
To all those who continue.
To all those in Caracas and other cities of Venezuela, cities, who whisper the language of?
Who have to whisper.
May they hear us now.
The language of freedom.
Let them hear and realize now. Do not turn away.
The world.
That freedom, no. Look the other way, bye, sir.
That freedom is closer.
Will become. And Venezuela? Undemocratic, let them. Pacific. Democratic, let it begin.
May a new era dawn like this. Thank you.
I now call upon Ana Corina Sosa Machado. Ana Corina Sosa Machado, the daughter of the Nobel Peace Prize winner, feels better to receive the diploma and the gold.
Please come here to receive the diploma and the gold medal on behalf of your mother.
Machado.
There he is.
This is the moment, the diploma for Venezuela. The diploma of peace and freedom. There he is. Maria Corina should be there, but her daughter is there. Her mother is there. We are there too. We are all there. Freedom for Venezuela. What a moment. What a moment. What a moment, family.
Yeah.
What a moment.
So,
Look how things are. They had speculated for weeks about what would happen. And in the end, the unbelievable happens. What's unbelievable is that this story is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I think what's happening in Venezuela will be very close. It must be. Family, I'll stop here. We're all going with my Guarimba friends, Mari and Gaston, who are live now.
Besides, they deserve it. They're doing an incredible job.
We're heading over. See you in military strategies, right?